Good Sunday morning, everyone. Meteorologist Andrew Wilson here with the weekly weather update, as we always like to do every Sunday at 11 a.m. Going to get you updated on what you can expect here for the week ahead. Starting off today, it is cold out there. Those temperatures were all the way down into the teens to start our day here in Atlanta, and we've rebounded a little bit. But you see, as of Sunday morning at 11 a.m., temperatures are still sitting down into the 20s. Midtown at 21 degrees, 27 at Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport. We have a ton of sunshine out there, but it's still very cold, and that cold air mass is going to continue to impact us here for this afternoon and then into tonight. Let's take a look at what the actual air temperature is outside. 17 still in Blairsville as of 11:01 this morning. 27 degrees in Atlanta, 27 in Peachtree City, 30 degrees in Thomaston. And the wind chill, still a little bit of a factor. It's not as much, though, today because the winds were much calmer this afternoon compared to yesterday, where we had gusts up to 20 to 25 miles per hour. The winds are pretty much just calm outside. So it may be a few degrees cooler. It may feel, rather, a few degrees cooler than what it actually is, but it's still pretty close to what the actual air temperature will be. So we've been below freezing now for 38 hours here in Atlanta. We'll likely be below freezing for about 40 to 41 hours total before we finally get above freezing around 1, 2 o'clock this afternoon. It has been a long stretch of cold air. We got just to the freezing point yesterday, by the way. We hit 32 degrees on the dot for Saturday. Today we get above freezing, though. Again, rising into the upper 30s there by the time we get to about 3, 4 p.m. That'll be our high, and then we'll drop back down to the 20s tonight. Now, don't forget to download the 11 Alive app. It can be great to give you updates on the weather when you're on the go. Get live looks at the radar. You're going to want that later this week. Hint, hint. A lot of rain's expected, and then you see we have our weather wow moments. You can share those with us, and we can share them again on TV. And then you can watch newscasts and weather updates like the one you're watching right now live. Also, we're on Roku and Fire TV, but it's also important to note we are also on Apple TV now. So make sure that you download the 11 Alive Plus on all those devices so you can stay updated on the forecast and have it right there at your fingertips, as well as for news. Looking at satellite and radar, it's dry across the southeast, not seeing really any cloud cover at all over us. We stay dry all day today. You can see the winds will also be calmer. Temperatures rising into the upper 30s for highs. Moving into tonight, temperatures do fall back down to the 20s. It is going to be a very chilly start to our Monday. We're going to have the chance for a freeze pretty much all across the region. The freeze is actually expected across the region, I should say. But then once we get above freezing on Monday, I'm actually going to manually drag this over. Watch what happens. We get above freezing by late Monday morning. And once that happens, we stay above freezing for the rest of this week. We have a huge surge in temperatures expected for the end of the week, but unfortunately that also comes with those rain chances. Now, highs in the afternoon on Monday, they'll be in the 40s. We drop back down to the 30s and 40s for Tuesday morning. You see a few showers out there to start off the day Tuesday, a lot more cloud cover. We are going to have a ton of cloud cover throughout the day Tuesday and then throughout the rest of the week. So enjoy that sunshine today as much as you can. Despite the fact that it's cold, it'll be nice to have that sunshine outside before the cloud cover really increases for this next week. So moving into the middle of the week, we do have the warm-up. We have the rain chances. We're going to talk more about the rain chances in a second, but let's talk real quick about how warm our temperatures are going to get. Our low this morning was in the teens. Tomorrow morning, we start off in the mid-20s, mid-30s for Tuesday, upper 40s for Wednesday morning, mid to upper 50s for Thursday morning, and then we're going to start off at 60 degrees Friday morning, rising into the upper 60s for the afternoon there. Our average low this time of year, 35. We're above that by Tuesday. So a big switch in our weather. Our afternoon highs will follow suit. You see that we're going to have 52 there for the high on Tuesday. Wednesday hitting 63. A big difference compared to what you're seeing there on today and into tomorrow. And again, it's going to be nice to have some of those warmer conditions in here than 68 for Thursday, 68 for Friday, well above the average high of 54. Looking at rain chances here as we head throughout the next few days, you see they also go up. That slight chance again for Tuesday. and then really high rain chances for the end of the week. Let's take a look at how that pans out. Forecast track shows a lot of systems that are going to set up just off towards our west, and then they're going to shift into our direction also from our south. Look at all those winds coming out of the south there. That's going to be the trend that we have here all the way through the middle to end of the week. Strong southerly winds. And then the pattern of the jet stream is going to cause all these systems to kind of move over us. So there's our first system for Wednesday into Thursday. Then we move Thursday into Friday. You're going to see another system come from off towards our west, closer on towards Texas, while we're still getting rain there from our south. It'll continue to kind of build off towards the northeast there by noon on Saturday, still dealing with some of that shower activity. And then finally on Sunday, I think we're going to start to get a little bit more of a break with some drier conditions moving in and temperatures still staying fairly warm. Taking a look at the rainfall over the next 7 days, it's going to be anywhere from 2 to 5 inches of rain. So that's just going to continue to add to our surplus that we have for this year and, of course, for this month, of course, being January. We have 1 3/4 inches above where we should be for this time of the year, this time of the month. We're going to finish up this month very wet, and that has just been very helpful for us, all that rainfall. We had exceptional drought at the beginning of this year. You see that that's gone. Extreme drought is gone. We still have some severe drought and moderate drought and abnormally dry conditions, but I'm willing to bet that after we get through this week and into the next week, so the drought monitor will update this Thursday. It's probably not going to have much of a change to it. But then when we head into that next week, we are going to see a world of change. I mean, it is going to be, we may see drought go away completely with all this rainfall we're expecting. And of course, you can see that in the 7-day forecast. We have the lows in the teens this morning, highs in the 30s, a little more cloud cover for Monday. Cloud cover continues to increase on Tuesday, seeing highs in the 50s, 60s for highs there on Wednesday all the way through Saturday. The lower chance for rain as after we get all those higher chances in there for Wednesday through Friday. And then again, I think we will be a little bit drier by Sunday. Looking at the 8 to 14-day outlook beyond the 7-day forecast, giving you an idea on what the weather could be like, the weather patterns rather, as we head into the end of January and the beginning of February, looking like we'll continue the trend of above average temperatures. That would be highs in the 60s for this time of year, similar to what we're having to the end of the week. So if you like what you're seeing there, that trend continues. And then drier conditions are expected for the end of January into the early part of February. So if you maybe got some plans in there, it's always good to try to get an idea. It's not a guarantee that it's going to be dry on that specific day that you're trying to eye, but the trend of the weather is showing drier conditions there as we head into the end of January and again, early part of February. Your Peach State outlook, looking across the Peach State, across the state of Georgia, showing that we have temperatures in the 40s to 50s to even 60s down towards Albany and Savannah. There for Monday. Moving into Tuesday, you're seeing a lot more cloud cover. Rain chances increase on Wednesday. Similar to what we have here in Atlanta. That's what we're expecting here, pretty much across the southeast. And then looking at your weekend getaways for next weekend. So if you're planning any big trips for next weekend, you can expect a lot of chances for rain in there, but it will be warmer. That's the good news. Gatlinburg going to even have temperatures above freezing. They're just going to get plain rain there for Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Temperatures in the 60s for highs, 60s for highs down in Destin. Savannah going to be pretty warm there in the Savannah area for next weekend. Wouldn't be a bad place to be, maybe down towards Tybee Island, but I'd say still a little too cool for beach weather. And then, of course, they're still going to have that shower activity that's going to be possible. And then your Georgia State Park forecast, if you're planning any big trips to head up into the mountains, maybe let's say even for tomorrow, it's looking like we're going to have some cool conditions to start the day. Make sure that you bundle up big time. It's going to be cold, but we will warm up again into the 40s for many spots as we head throughout tomorrow afternoon. Looking at some other spots in the state too, the Georgia State Park forecast includes down towards the coast as well, like Skidaway Island, where highs are going to be in the 50s. And then you see Providence Canyon, which is actually a little bit further to the south and west of the Atlanta area. Looks like they're going to have temperatures in the 50s for highs with a little bit more in the way of cloud cover. So I'm going to bring everything back up to the 7-day forecast. Again, we're expecting a lot of rainfall here as we head throughout this next week. Most of the rain is going to be occurring Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Looking at the amount of rain that we get, again, we're going to have about 2 inches for this area shaded in purple. You can kind of see right through here down closer to Athens and Macon. Once you get into this red, that's going to be where we have 2.5 inches to 3 inches. And then you can see the highest totals again into far north Georgia and far northwest Georgia. Remember, that's where drought has been a lot worse. So they actually need the rainfall a little bit more into far north Georgia and far northwest Georgia. That should also help with the levels at Lake Lanier. I know Lake Lanier has been low on water, but that should just continue to help fill the lake, and also Lake Allatoona to go along with it. So we should just continue to see some improvement out there as far as the drought is concerned. I know that everybody's excited for the warmer conditions. Unfortunately, though, we do get some of that rainfall along with it. So for the next few hours, just make sure you bundle up. Again, it has been very cold over the last 38 hours. We're going to bump this number up to 39 likely here pretty soon as far as how many hours we've been below freezing, because the temperature is again still well below freezing in the Atlanta area, still at 27. That's the actual air temperature, 26 in Marietta, 29 in Duluth. And it's probably going to take another hour or two before we see those temperatures get back to and above freezing. So don't forget that you can always get these weather updates whenever you're on the go with the 11 Alive app on 11alive.com, and you can have them right there at your fingertips. Again, the 11 Alive app can be really useful. Meteorologist Chester McNeil is in every morning. If you ever want to catch an update on TV, you have Chief Meteorologist in every evening. Chief Meteorologist Chris Holcomb, every evening. Meteorologist Melissa Nordon in the afternoons. You can catch me, Meteorologist Angel Wilson, in the mornings on Saturdays and Sundays. And then meteorologist Nicole Hartford is currently on maternity leave, but we'll be back here in just a few weeks, and you can catch her updates every Saturday and Sunday evening. So I hope you can have a wonderful week ahead of you. Remember to stay warm out there as we head throughout the next few hours. Make sure the kids bundle up at the bus stop tomorrow morning with those morning lows in the mid-20s. But again, it will be nice and warm, or much warmer rather, as we head into the middle to the end of the week. Have a wonderful week ahead of you, and we'll keep you updated right here at 11 Alive. Expect our next update to be coming on Thursday this week. I'm going to be off on Wednesday, so our weekly weather update that we typically do on Wednesday, we're going to be doing it on Thursday there at 2:30 p.m. Have a wonderful week ahead of you.